Courage isn't about having no fear, it's about facing it head-on. Watch until the end to unlock your fearless self. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear. Ambrose Redmoon. Fear is temporary. Regret is forever unknown. Do the thing you fear the most, and the death of fear is certain. Mark Twain. Fear is a reaction. Courage is a decision. Winston Churchill. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. Eleanor Roosevelt. The only way to deal with fear is to face it head-on. Nelson Mandela. Without fear, there is no courage. Christopher Paolini. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Mark Twain. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Nelson Mandela. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Anais Nin. A ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. John A. Shedd. Courage doesn't mean you don't get afraid. Courage means you don't let fear stop you. Bethany Hamilton. Courage is grace under pressure. Ernest Hemingway. He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. Muhammad Ali. Act as if it were impossible to fail. Dorothea Brande. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. E. E. Cummings. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Steve Jobs. Sometimes, even to live is an act of courage. Seneca. Scared is what you're feeling. Brave is what you're doing. Emma Donoghue. Bravery is being the only one who knows you're afraid. Franklin P. Jones. Courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen. Brené Brown. Vulnerability is not winning or losing. It's having the courage to show up when you can't control the outcome. Brené Brown. It takes as much courage to have tried and failed as it does to have tried and succeeded. Anne Morrow Lindbergh. Stand for something or you will fall for anything. Today's mighty oak is yesterday's nut that held its ground. Rosa Parks. Fear is a habit. So is self-pity, defeat, anxiety, despair, hopelessness, and resignation. You can eliminate all of these by taking courage. Napoleon Hill. Leap and the net will appear. John Burroughs. Courage is found in unlikely places. J.R.R. Tolkien. To dare is to lose one's footing momentarily. To not dare is to lose oneself. Soren Kierkegaard. To do what you feel in your heart to be right. for you'll be criticized anyway. Eleanor Roosevelt. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela. The greatest test of courage on earth is to bear defeat without losing heart. Robert Greene Ingersoll. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. A hero is no braver than an ordinary man, but he is brave 5 minutes longer. Ralph Waldo Emerson. It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends. J.K. Rowling. You were given this life because you are strong enough to live it. Unknown. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Lousy. Courage is not the towering oak that sees storms come and go. It is the fragile blossom that opens in the snow. Alice M. Swain. Courage is knowing what not to fear. Plato. Courage is not living without fear. Courage is being scared to death and doing the right thing anyway. Chai Richardson.